Hey guys, it's me, Gabe. So here's the thing. I haven't done a YouTube video in a long ass time because the weather and also because it's been kind of a busy fucking month, year. I don't know. So here's the thing. I'm going to basically make a series about. Sorry. Anyways, no, I'm going to make a series about the Marine sniper Charles Hathcock. Charles Hathcock, maybe. I don't know. I have not decided yet. Because like I'm going to tell y'all right now, oh my god. Anyways. No, sorry. Anyways. So I've actually gotten into the book somewhat. This book I'm talking about, this is the Marine sniper during the Vietnam War. But I've had a lot of negative feedback from my family saying, oh, nobody wants to hear about Vietnam, it's negative. And I tell them, well, it's the way you see it, all right? Because, I could I could talk about Vietnam all damn day, I told them. I could talk about World War II. I could talk about log trucks. I could talk about David Mann or everything all damn day. But it's like I told him, I'm like, I have my interest in Vietnam, not because political wise, because like I'm telling you, like I've told you all in my videos, I am with no party at all. I generally stay out of politics, basically. But that's not the point. Point is, I'm going to make a series about reading the Marine sniper Charles Hathcock, and I will be reading the book Everything We Had, which is my other Vietnam book I have. So I'm going to do two series basically, but as you know, like I said, I've been busy because of the weather. Yeah, everybody's like, why are you wearing a tank top? No, this is an old long sleeve I used to have, or I have. Basically, I had long sleeves on it, and the sleeves, rest in peace, they basically got old and worn out, so I basically turned this thing into a tank top. And same with this, my green shirt. But I'm going to get out of this, and I'm going to put something really good on. So I will be right back, people. Hold up. Sorry, people, I had to go put something on. So basically, everybody's wondering what kind of shirt am I wearing. Or basically, everybody's seen this shirt already. This shirt, this long sleeve I've got on right now, this is my Wounded Warrior Project long sleeve. Because right now, during the holidays, a lot of our servicemen and women, who were on the front lines, during this time of year, like winter-wise and during the holidays, they don't have family that come around at all. But it's now like towards the beginning of the season, like during, all year around, a lot of servicemen and women, sons and daughters, nieces and nephews, and fathers and mothers, grandfathers and grandmothers, they basically look, I look back, I had an uncle and a grandpa, and I had my great grandpa, and I had a great grandpa who served in World War II in Iwo Jima against the Japanese. I had an uncle and a grandpa who served in Vietnam, and then another uncle who was in Desert Storm in Iraq, and then I had a cousin who was in Afghanistan. And I've had grandpa and uncle who were both police officers. My grandpa was a correctional officer in the prison, and my uncle was a police officer for Stockton PD. Their names, I'm not going to say them because, it's very confidential between me and them. But, and then me, for example, I did JRTC. I was a sergeant. I was a cadet sergeant. And, I wore the uniform and everything. I looked really nice in my uniform. I still have my berets and everything like that from my somewhat of, I think, the service to me. Because, like I'm saying, this time of year is when servicemen and women and grandparents and everything, they have a hard time, getting, because they get old. As they get older, it gets harder for them to move around, and their family doesn't come as often. So I think about, this is what I think about them. You have to look after them. But anyways, enough about that. But here's the thing, like I said, I'm going to make a series about reading this book, my Charles Hathcock book, flip it around, the Marine sniper in Vietnam who had 93 confirmed kills. His name is Charles Hathcock. I'm going to make a series on this one. And then, of course, everything we had. I read basically everything we had. I started reading it and then I left off because I basically had because the reason I stopped reading about Vietnam books because my siblings and my mother and my family were kind of having a problem with me reading this stuff. So I generally had to take a step back and, think like, man, because I basically looked at it as, I look at Vietnam and all the other wars in a different way. Because, like the saying goes, we were fighting for freedom. Like in World War II, we were fighting for freedom we were fighting for freedom in World War II to free the Jewish. And, the fight against the Germans, the Japanese, and, the Russian. And then the Russians were helping too. And during the Korean War, we had guys fighting against North Korea. And during Vietnam, we had guys fighting against the North Vietnamese, or NVA for short, or Viet Cong as well. During Iraq, we were fighting against the Saudis and all that stuff, and Desert Storm as well. Afghanistan, we continued from Iraq to Afghanistan. And now we have pulled out of Afghanistan, and now we have the war going on in Ukraine. Which I have heard they have launched the Screaming Eagles into Ukraine to our border lines in NATO and all that stuff so they can protect our border lines in NATO and all the other stuff. Anyways, that's enough about that. So let's get to the story. Anyways, if you like my content, make sure you hit the subscribe, like, and comment, and make sure you hit the notifications for my next video. If you really like my videos, go on to my channel, hit that subscribe button, and refresh that sucker until I get more subscribers. All right, or even show your friends. Anyways, people, I'm gonna have to make a second video, so I will be right here in 2 clicks.